Good afternoon, everybody. Match 29 of the 1979 Cricket World Cup being played in Sri Lanka today. It was the last match of Group 1. Sri Lanka versus Holland at Kandy. Sri Lanka knew if they win this, they would secure second place in the group and would seal India's place in the quarterfinals and would also effectively set up a quarterfinal against New Zealand if they won today. And this was what happened in today's match. And once again, it's blurry, so well done. Always seem to be blurry, this thing. Sri Lanka won the toss, selected the bat on a hard surface, and they made 314 for 7. They fell short of their highest ever one-day score by just 1 run. A superb batting performance again from the middle order. Let's have a look. Bandula Wullapula and Sunil and Wetwemi got off to a good start, 36 and 48 respectively. There's 52 for Aruna Takun in his first appearance of the tournament, 71 for Diaz off just 80 deliveries, but a magnificent 88 of just 62 deliveries for Dulit Mendes. Incredibly, he didn't win round of the match. 7 for Somachandra De Silva, 0 not out for Sunil Jayasinghe, 8 for Sadaf Pascal, and 4 not out for Tony Upatha. 314 for 7 from their 50 overs. A good batting display from Sri Lanka. The off spinner 30 for 0. Baslodov Dharma 42 for 0. They really struggled on this pitch. 61 for 2 for the medium pacer. 66 for 1 for the medium fast bowler. And 54 for 0 for the other fast bowler. But 4 for 61, and what turned out to be a man of the match performance from the fast left armour, from the fast right arm fast bowler. What turned out to be a man of the match performance. Holland never really got going. It was a very disappointing effort for them. They were all out for 224. It only took Sri Lanka 41.2 overs to bowl them all out. 18, 47, 45, 5, 20, 26, 51, 29, 0, 13 and 0. A real disappointing effort. They were 111 for 5. Holland were never in the chase, and the result obviously means that India are in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. But we'll talk about that in a moment. They just never really got going, never looked like getting anywhere near the 314 or 315 needed. Bowlers all bowled well. 34 for 0 for Bandula Wullapula. Somachandra De Silva, 2 more wickets in the tournament. Was expensive though, went for 74 runs. 2 for 74, 14 for 1. He took a wicket right near the end. Sadaf Pascal, 1 for 20 for Tony Upatha. He's continuing his wonderful tournament. 2 for 41 for Stanley De Silva, who was absolutely brilliant in his first 5 overs and brilliant throughout the innings. And Ajit De Silva in his first appearance of the World Cup with slow left armers, 3 for 41. He certainly put himself in with a shout of playing against in the quarterfinal. The final summary in the end: Sri Lanka versus Holland at Kandy. Sri Lanka won the toss, elected the bat, made 314 for 7 from their 50 overs, falling short of their highest ever World Cup total by just 1 run. A magnificent batting performance from the middle order, and the Dutch played really poorly. They gave too many of their wickets away. They were all out for 224 in just 41.3 overs. Sri Lanka winning by an emphatic 90 runs. It's their biggest ever victory in World Cup cricket. Their 4th win of the tournament as well. Man of the match was actually the Dutch fast bowler for his 4 for 61 from 10 overs. He bowled really well his first 5 overs, only went for 24 runs. He got whacked a little bit in his second spell, but 4 wickets, a fantastic effort. Well, it does mean that confirms India's passage into the World Cup quarter-final. They will play West Indies in the 4th quarter-final of the Cricket World Cup here in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka finished 2nd in the group, and it is almost certain that they will play New Zealand in the 2nd quarter-final unless the rebel South African 11 were to beat Australia, and were to beat Australia very comfortably in the final group match tomorrow. That's Group 1. England finished top with a full 100% record. Sri Lanka 4 wins from 5. A magnificent effort. Also beating Pakistan and India. Pakistan are 3rd, and if Australia beats South Africa tomorrow, they will play Pakistan in the 3rd quarter-final. India were playing West Indies. Holland, well, they came close to causing an upset, but they just did not perform today. Huge disappointment in the end. As you can see, realistically, for New Zealand to finish second, Rebel South African 11 need to beat Australia and need to beat them by quite a big margin, I'd feel, to push New Zealand up to second place. So it looks like Sri Lanka are going to be playing New Zealand in the second quarter-final, and it looks like that and India are definitely playing the West Indies in the final quarter-final. Let's have a look at the Sri Lankan statistics. Both had good games today. I know he got whacked a little bit, Somachandra and De Silva, but he's still having a fantastic tournament. He's made much more an impact this tournament than others. His average just went up a little bit. I don't think by much. I think it went up by 1. 53 average now for 53 average now for Dilip Mendes, 265 runs, an average of 53. He's had a really good tournament. He's still not the leading run scorer. The leading run scorer still is Sadiq Mohammed with 275 runs. We'll keep going back. 350s in 5 matches so far for Dilip Mendes. He's had a terrific tournament so far. And Somachandra De Silva, he was out for 7, so he's averaging 14 with a ball, but he's averaging 14 with a bat, 18 with a bat. 14 with a bat and 18 with a ball, 11 wickets in 5 matches. He's had an exceptionally good tournament. We said he'd make more of an impact in Sri Lankan conditions, and he certainly has done. So, a disappointing end to what's been a promising World Cup for Holland. They gave themselves an outside chance of making the quarterfinals, but in the end, India will play West Indies in the 4th quarterfinal, and it almost certainly in the 2nd quarterfinal, it's going to be Sri Lanka versus New Zealand. Australia just need to rubber stamp 2nd place and set up a quarterfinal against Pakistan tomorrow. Only a shock victory for Rebel South African 11 and a big shock victory by a big margin will stop Australia finishing 2nd tomorrow. So until for tomorrow's match, the last match of the group stage of this World Cup in Sri Lanka, this is me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 1979 Cricket World Cup being played in Sri Lanka on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation. It's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.